Okay, I will start the next session now, where we'll be discussing about the sources of research problem, and the very important thing is how we are going to structure the article. Okay, these two things I will explain now. Now, coming to the sources of research problem. Now that I want to write an article, I should get to an idea, which should really be very good and something related to current issue. I have to select such a topic. So for that there are various ways by which we can select some particular research problem. Number one, we call it through observation. And now that we are locked down and inside the house, we are always as I am living in a flat, there are many number of houses. I keep observing like how children are being affected, locked inside the house, and how as a working lady, she is trying difficult to balance work and life, and as business people, how they are suffering. All that I can do observation, and I can make an article, I can prepare an article on stress due to lockdown. That is one thing, through observation. Second is, we have been sitting at home and listening to many webinar conferences, and one of the conferences was related to social media. So I can take one topic like how the social media is influencing our students, millennial students. So as we all know that millennial students find very difficult to sit and listen to our lectures, and they are very concerned about watching social medias. Even when taking classes without our knowledge, they keep doing that, and we can make a study like how these tech savvy students who are influenced by social media, how they can come out of that influence. For that we can make a study. And then expert talk. Now, I have been listening to an expert talk where he was telling about the different ways by which we can make investment. The traditional things we already know, like investment in shares and other things, but this was something different. He told about Rule 72. What is Rule 72 is, for instance, I am making an investment now this year 2020, and within 10 years I want my investment to be doubled. I am investing now 5 lakhs, and within a period of 10 years I want my investment to be doubled. So which is the right choice? That question will always arise in my mind. I can try in different ways, and I have only thing what I have to do here is I have to find out the return on investment, how much interest they will be paying. So for instance, if they say that if I am investing in post office senior citizen, they are giving me 9% interest, then what I have to do is 72 divide by that percentage of interest, which means it comes to 8 years. In that case, if I invest 5 lakhs now in post office, after 8 years I will be getting 10 lakhs. So this is what Rule 72 means. So we should be aware of that and see that if you want this much investment after this many years, accordingly we can apply this Rule 72 and we can select the best investment. Second one is option. Option is nothing but where there is no compulsion like you have to buy shares or debentures or anything in the stock market. It is up to you to decide. You can either buy, there is no obligation that you have to pay, or you can also cancel. So you have call option and put option. Now that the share market is tumbling down, it is the right time for investment. So we can see that we can invest at a lesser price, and when it is booming, then we can sell the shares at a higher price and we will get good return on our investment. The next one we call it as a zero coupon bond, where always zero coupon bonds will be sold at a discount rate. Say if the share price is 1000 and they will be giving me for 900 or something like that, at a lesser price I am buying that bond. After the stock market booms, definitely it will go to 2000 or sometimes even 1800 or something like that, where I am getting a gain of 800 per share bond, where I am investing in zero coupon. Okay, that is one. Then next one, it is called as a Baron Rothschild concept. What is Baron Rothschild is, there is a family called Baron Rothschild in United Kingdom, and these people are very been doing this banking business for so many years together. This family have been doing involved in banking sector, and they have branches in many European countries like Switzerland, France and other places and all, and they have given one hint in investment. This Baron Rothschild, what they have told is when it is the right time for investment when there is blood in the street, even if it is your own blood. It means nothing, not literally blood. What it means is when the stock market is tumbling, that means it is the right time for you to invest. Now that the stock market, all the prices have gone down, this is the right time for us to invest. So definitely after the boom period, if it comes, then we will be getting very good return from our investment. So that is what a Baron Rothschild means, where they are giving you a concept regarding the right time to invest in the stock market. So last one, it is 401k retirement plan. What does 401k retirement plan means? This is like the employer, what they can do is for the benefit of their employee, what this employer can do is right from the time we join that company, one percentage of my salary, they can invest in some blue chip companies, so that will fetch me good return, and over a period of some 20 years or at the time of retirement, I will be getting a lump amount from my employer. This is what is called as 401k retirement plan. We can think about that, and we can write about this also in the article, so that we are bringing awareness to the public regarding that. And the last one, we all know, it is review of literature. And as a management staff, I do not have much knowledge regarding the technology in digital marketing. So I can do lot of review of literature and learn the technology, how I have to create my blog and all that, and how I have to do digital marketing. So this is one way by which we can learn about digital marketing and write an article on that. So these are all the sources what we have, and we can do either observation, or we can do attend the conference and get some idea, or through the expert idea. And last one is review of literature. Now the next one is structure of an article. This is a very, very, very important thing which we all should know. So when I decide about the structure of article, the first thing what I have to keep in mind is decide the area. So area, when I say, maybe we can take a topic on organization or on individual or about the society. So that we have to decide. I have decided here about an organization. Then I have to fix the title. What title I am giving here is Sustainability of Self-Help Group Under the Pandemic Era. That is my title I have chosen. Okay. Now, after having chosen the title, I will next go for abstract, where I will be giving some keywords beneath. That is very, very important. And then I will start with the introduction. Whenever we start the introduction, it is always to give a quote. There is a silver lining behind the dark cloud. This quote will give an inspiration that definitely there is always in the trade, we have a cycle, up and down will be there. Now that we are in the down doesn't mean that we'll always be like this. The boom period will come. So that is giving one motivation to people. So we can start with such a quote. And then we have to give some objectives regarding my title, and I should do little review of literature next, so that it will help me to gain some knowledge. And then I have to give significance, importance of the study, and I have to quote the limitations, and finally frame a conceptual model like this, which is very, 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 very important. Okay. So what I have to do is, when I decide the area, now that my topic is the sustainability of self-help group under this COVID pandemic era, obviously that is related to organization. So I have to select regarding the organization is my area. I have selected the title. Having selected, I have to write abstract. So what is meant by self-help group? What is the problem they are undergoing now? And how they have to, with resilience, how they have to overcome this. Like that, short description I will give. Then I have to write the keywords, important technical words what I am giving, self-help group, SHG, and resilience, and then I can also write about sustainability, and like that I can write the words. And then after that I will start with the introduction. When I start, as I told you, this quote what I told you, it gives inspiration and motivation. So I have to start with such nice quote, and then tell about how the self-help group join, and how they are pooling the money, how they are getting loan from the bank, banks, and how they now took the training for the skills, and how regarding the marketing, all that, short introduction I have to give. Then coming to objectives, a lot of financial crisis these women are facing. So how to overcome this, I can make a study on the financial crisis, what they are undergoing and how it has to be overcome. And second objective is to evaluate what are all the skills they have imparted by undergoing training about that. And the last will be what are the steps they are doing for the resilience, so that they can sustain in the market even after this after the pandemic and gets over. And next is review of literature. Here, in the review of literature, I am gaining some knowledge. When I go through the literature of other people, I come to know about them and I gain knowledge. And I am also filling the gap. Filling the gap in the sense I am not writing the routine, like what problems undergoing. Already many people would have written. I am not writing about that. I am writing what are the problems they are undergoing under the current scenario, how they have to sustain. Okay, so my topic is different. So I am filling the gap. Then I have to frame the conceptual model, which is very, very important. So when I say limitations, I am getting data from them. How far the data, what they are giving is correct, I don't know. I rely on their data and I am doing will be doing analysis based on the data I have received. Okay, and a conceptual model, it gives, that based on the objectives I am creating. This is very, very important. 3 dimensions I have chosen. I have economic resource is one dimension, where I am having some parameters like finance related, and how much interest I am paying, how much loan I am taking, all that related things I will be discussing. And second is self empowerment. It was possible only through the skill development training courses what is being offered by the government. And the last one is about the community welfare, where I will be studying about the employment problem or unemployment problem and how much income they get, all that. So all these put together comes to resilience, where I am trying my level best to overcome this problem. Always there is a proverb called as prevention is better than cure. So when I studied some of the literature, I found that in Northeast, Assam and all that, these self-help group people, they don't want to sit idly at home. So for that purpose, what they have started is they have started manufacturing. They know tailoring. So with that tailoring skill, they have started manufacturing the face mask, and they have started selling. Not only in the local market, they have even started selling abroad. They are these masks they are selling. So thereby some little income they are able to earn. So with that little income what they are earning, definitely it will be possible for them to sustain in future. So that is regarding that. And this is what I told you about the structure and all that. And next comes the development of research. I will collect lot of data. This is called as hourglass, and then I have to slowly narrow down by doing an observation, and then I have to narrow down it, and then what is very important, that alone I have to take part to consideration, and I have to make a study on that. And this is how we are doing the research methodology, where I will collect information. And in the case of research methodology, I collect information, and then I will select the type of research as descriptive, and then I will start collecting data, and then I will go for sampling. So sampling is a very, very important part. We have 2 types of sampling, probability and non-probability. When I say probability, we have simple random method. There we have 3 types. In lottery method, previously what we used to do is we collect all the numbers of the employees, put it in a box, and then we will select the numbers. Those people will be considered as a respondent. That is an outmoded method. Second one, we call it as a random number table. So that number table will be there, where 5 digits will be there. So we select applying the formulas, particular numbers, they will be our respondent. And the last method there we call it as random number generator software. With the help of the software itself, we will select the respondents as our sample. All these comes under simple random method. We can go for the last random number generator software, where I want to find out the employee EI, emotional intelligence of the employees of Infosys, where there are 3,000 and 4,000 employees. I can apply this random number generator software and select my sample. Next is systematic. When I say systematic, maybe I am going to make a study about the problems what the people face regarding the ATM ATM center what they have in Anna Nagar. So there are some 100 or 500 houses in that area. So if I want to select sample, then every 50th house I will go. I will go to the 50th house, or every 10th house I will go, 20th house, 30th, like that. Systematic way I will go select my sample and collect data from the 10th house and 20th house and 30th house. And the next one is called a stratified sampling, where we will select the people from different groups. And I am going to do a study on saving habit based on age. So different income group people I will take from 20 to 30, 30 to 31 to 40, 41 to 50, 51 to 60, like that I will select, and from there I will select randomly some people as my respondents. And then comes we call it as cluster. Cluster means group. Here based on the subject what I am selecting, accordingly I will go for different areas and then select. For example, online buying behavior I want to study. So wherein I will go to north, south and east, west of Chennai and select the sample, and then I will do. That is sampling. Non-probability means I will do judgment method. When I say judgment method, intellectual is very important, where based on the knowledge of what they have, I have to do. So for instance, if I am going to make a study on ethical hacking, obviously, I should have knowledge on ethical hacking, and my respondents should also have knowledge. Only then I can choose. Then quota sampling, and so that is coming under non-probability. Quota sampling means based on maybe about the study, I can select a particular type of people. If my study is about the cosmetic product, definitely I have to select some youngsters, and I will be taking them as my respondents. Then comes snowball sampling, where with the help of the network, I will select some my friends as my respondents, and they will nominate some people, and I will collect data from them. Those other people will nominate some other friends, like that we will be doing. Then comes here if I want to make a study on leaders effectiveness during this VUCA era, then definitely this snowball sampling will definitely help me. Convenient sampling is, it's a very easy method, where it is infinite the respondents. I can go for this convenient method of sampling. If I want to make a study on customer behavior, I can go to Nilgiris retail shop and stand outside and select people who will really be interested in answering to my question, and accordingly I will do. Next is called as editing and coding. Editing is checking the error. So there should not be any mistake in my question. All answers should be duly filled, and whether it is they have ticked properly, everything I have to check. So, and whether the interpretation is written correctly, all that I will check, and finally thesis will be prepared. Coding is given numerical value. So when I am going to feed in the computer that a numerical value or symbol should be given. If for example occupation means for the government servants, I can give number 1. For the professionals I can give 2. For the business people I can give 3. For the private people I can give 4, like that. So then I will go for analysis, and finally I will go for findings and suggestions and conclusions. So you can have a look at this. This is how we will be doing the study.